All right, here goes nothing. I'm Amazing Wes Brown. This is the 100-day survival challenge in Skyrim. I've got my legendary difficulty survival mode put on here just to let everybody know it's happening. This is the character Hundo of High Rock, a Breton. As you can see, I picked up the hood and the robes, and now I am running out into the world, picking up everything that is possible to pick up that I see. And here we go. Now, I got the idea for this video from the Spiffin Brit. Um, he was doing a challenge. This challenge basically, although uh, it was he didn't make it obviously because he made several critical what I consider errors. The first of which being that once he found the detect life spell, he power leveled alteration to an insane level, and then of course, that's what caused him to get one-shotted later on down the line whenever he was feeling invincible and stuff. But as you know, um, that's one of the drawbacks of the legendary difficulty. Now here I am. I saw. Oh, there's a fox. This will give an indication. Number one, that we are on legendary mode for sure. Because look at how much magic it takes to kill this fox, and he's just running, boy. Oh my god, yeah, this is a funny scene here. And he's look. This is the funniest part is that there's like 3 kill animations, and he's still not dead. Okay, come on, get him. Yep, still alive. The still alive fox here. Okay, we finally got him, and then I kick him down the hill for good measure. All right, all right. So that was fun. I got really turned around, and I had to go all the way back to the Helgen uh, um, portal just to figure out where I was at. Um, and so here I'm doing something really cheeky. I am I'm not even sneaking here. I'm just like flat out running. Oh, I found a deer with some stuff, venison. Yeah, there's a bandit camp like right on that hillock over there. But I am ignoring them. I'm pretending like they don't exist, and I'm going all the way up here to this shrine to pick up. Well, I'm picking up all of this stuff, but I really just want to get over here and get this guy because he's got some guaranteed magic stuff, and it's pretty much garbage. But he has these robes and stuff. So I'm going to take those and use those and look like a Thalmor for a little while. And so then I'm coming out here just to show you guys where yep, there's that camp right there. But I decided to go behind the rocks there, grab the mage stone, and then I decided to get a little bit cheeky over here and do a lockpick steal of this hunter's chest that's back over here. Um, Not much was in there. A little gold, a little nothing. Um, so here, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Oh yeah. So I caught a niece inside of her little garden here. So I decided to try and this is uh, the way to get her if you can get her. If she's in this garden, and the companion, spirit companion there, has her boxed in. I'm hitting her from behind. I have to drink some magica potions to try to put her down. We have another false kill animation. This tends to happen on legendary mode because the game doesn't realize how bad your damage is, apparently. So I read the book, I unlock her cellar. I don't take any of this stuff though, which I did on my original playthrough when I was testing this out, and it turned out to be a bad idea because even though she's dead here, she still has the ability to hire thugs. And in one of my playthroughs, hired thugs caught me like right as I was coming out of the door, and as a kill animation, just as I was walking out of the door, I didn't even know they were there. It was like one of the most unfair kills I ever had in Skyrim. But you know, it is what it is. You stole, you got hired thugs on you, and whatever. Yeah, so even dead, she can summon hired thugs if you rob stuff here. So I tried to avoid stealing anything in the beginning because of that. Of course, I go and I do some enchanting to get my first level up, and then I go to disenchant this other thing, basically so that I can walk around like normal style. Um, I briefly consider uh, trading in disenchanting the robes, but I decide it's probably better to have this. So I just decided to go while I was walking to see if I could catch some salmon and some salmon roe because that's going to come in handy later on when I start doing some alchemy. This was a very is a very frustrating time. I got one, and then as I was going into Whiterun, finally there was a rabbit. So we got dinner tonight, boys. All right, so make it over to Hadvar and Uncle Alvor. I don't know why I chose Halvar to begin with. Except for I had an idea about the build, which necessitated being in Albor's good graces. I'm not sure what the situation is when you go with the Stormcloak guy, but this guy will let you use his forge, and I used that to my advantage later on in the playthrough. But right here, I got some stuff, cooked some dinner, and we're having our first meal of the adventure. And I go ahead and decide to sleep because everything's closed after running around. So I come to the Riverwood Trader and interrupt some sibling squabbling. Sell the stuff that I got from Helgen, mainly, trying to get as much jingle as I can at this point. Later on, I stop, I start cutting through all of the sell stuff, but yeah, and I just sort of show you what I started, the gold that I start with, and what I have at the end. Of course, you take everything in Whiterun, and I don't know if most people, I don't know if they hit up everybody's gardens, but these gardens, you can make vegetable soup from everything. Once you get tomatoes are like the thing that makes the vegetable soup hard to make. Okay, so I hit up Faendal and get the letter. I go back to Alvor's house and take everything that I can. here, just showing you there's alchemy ingredients up there. I grabbed, there's daggers, swords, there's gauntlets, there's boots that you can take, troll fat, you know. Um, then I give the letter to Camilla and tell her that it's from Sven, so that I can pick up Faendal as my follower. This was one of the things that I immediately saw as, I don't know, the Brit, he like grinded a bunch of alchemy, saved up 500 gold, and then hired a mercenary. Which, I mean, the mercenaries definitely have better skills, but Faendal's free. Number one, and he can start helping you immediately. Number two, if you was wanting to train archery, of course there is the archery thing. Number three, though, Faendal's got a house in town, and he's got a garden, and we're gonna go and we're gonna shack up with Faendal as like as you know, our first thing. We like you know, trivializing basically the survival element of the game by couch surfing with our bro Faendal. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm taking those boots, those gauntlets, the helmet he's got here. I am kitting out Faendal to be like a heavy. He's gonna use heavy weapons. I gave him an iron great sword right there, and we're cooking up a little bit of something to keep us going. But Faendal is gonna be my mercenary. I grab. He's got troll fat. He's got daggers. I go back, sell that stuff. I come over here to Alvor. I pick up the iron. All of the leathers that I've been collecting along the bear pelts, the wolf pelts, all of that stuff I turn into leather. I turn a lot of it into leather strips. I keep 20 pieces of leather. And you'll see why in a little bit. But essentially here, I'm taking all of the stuff that I gave to Faendal to hold for me, because I can't carry anything in this game mode. I'm selling that off, and then I come over here and I make Faendal some iron armor, like just lickety split from the 5 ingots that were on the floor there. I kick Alvor off the workbench. Bada bang, bada boom. I got Faendal some fine iron armor to so he can be my tank. All right. Now I'm going over to the inn, the sleeping giant. I asked him if I can use the alchemy lab. You ain't gotta ask him, but you know. I buy some wheat, which is the one thing I've been missing, and I brew up this monster potion, which is the frost miriam purple and the wheat, and then I went through that really fast. Basically, I'm brewing up some potions that, yeah, this is a good one for, you know, mostly they're poisons, and they're worth a lot though. I mean, at this point in the game, you know, 100 gold is a lot, you know. So like, and these are all like things that I've made from common elements. Okay, so I kept the 20 leather because I did this, which was I made what is it? It's like 5 suits of leather armor. And I end up giving one to Faendal because I remembered, like, even though the fine iron armor is actually one armor point better than leather armor. He has light armor skills and gets better with light armor. So I gave him leather armor now, sold the iron stuff. Or I'm about to give him that now. Yeah. So now Feindal's got the leather armor. I take that. I take his old iron armor that I just made. I take it over to Alvor, and I sell that plus the other suits of leather armor. And as you can see, they're worth like 40 gold a piece. So like, I just like chunked a bunch of money. All right, now here I decide to go. I was like brave. I'm like, okay, we got Feindal kitted out. I've got my summoning spell. We're going to go the back entrance into Embershard Mine here. And and my technique basically was to sneak to the point where Feindal gets noticed, and then I try to stay out of the fray of the combat and hit the enemies with destruction spells if possible. If not, I just let Feindal and the dog do all of the we get the steel battle axe. I forget about that and I don't give it to Feindal until later on, but yeah, this was an interesting now I had to be wary because there is an archer there, and if they saw me, they could end my run with a single arrow. So I got back here behind this so that there would be, unless they came around to the right, there would be no way for them to hit me with an arrow. But for the time being, the archer is got the dog like right in their face. Feindal is he prefers to shoot arrows, which is kind of a problem because left to his own devices, he will just like hang back and shoot, which is probably one of the reasons why he's not a preferred companion. But if you activate him like close by, he'll definitely pull out the melee stuff, and he's not bad, Like now I'm giving him the axe, and I also decide that I'm gonna use these iron pieces to upgrade his helmet and his boots. So we're just kind of kitting Feindal out with better and better stuff as the run goes on. That's sort of one of the basic elements, I would say, to this survival trip. So then I decide to go and get the actual magical treasure here. And here again, it's simply a matter of summoning your creature in a place where they will aggro the enemy and not you. Because if at any point they realize that you are there, then they will immediately go for you because they know they can end the whole conflict just by killing you. I get a sword of sapping, some boots of shock resistance, the staff of zombies. Oh yeah, that was a cool find. So now I'm like, okay, staff of zombies, which it will allow me essentially to have 3 companions if I want to. Although the caveat there being that you can't raise everything, and the only things that I can currently raise, I think, are I'm actually able to raise these like low level bandits. Fortunately, I'm glad I summoned my dog early. He picked up the aggro here. They don't even know I'm here at this juncture. Feindal comes out of nowhere with a steel battle axe and puts that dude down. So I decide, hey, I'm going to use this staff of zombie, see if it works on these guys. And it does. Rise from your grave. Alright, here we go. I decide to. I remember that there's a guy sitting out here, so we sneak. I get Feindal to aggro him, and then I sit here and try to take pop shots at the guy, trying not to hit Feindal, but of course he walks right in front of this flame here. I finally get the dude, and Feindal's like, I'm on your side. All right, here we go. We go sell some more stuff, because we got a lot of crappy fur armor and stuff like that out of... Now, this is the point where I actually listen to the guy talk about his claw and missing it and take this quest, which I will actually not go on for a long time. I haven't gone on it yet. And I haven't gone on that quest yet. So, I think I buy... I sell everything till I ain't got hardly any money. I have... I think I bought like oak flesh and then sold him a garnet or something like that. Go back to Feindal's house and I rest. And so this is the start. Let's see. The start of the third day. So we're making some more food. We've picked up some more ingredients, some more salt and what have you. I tend to focus on the food that has the most ingredients and the best buffs, because it does two things. It keeps my inventory. I eat a lot of goat cheese because those wheels are like 2 pounds. So like if I'm ever in a bind, encumbrance wise, I'll start eating cheese. All right, so I thought I saw a bunny running by, and then a wolf comes out to chase the bunny. So we get him. Another wolf pelt. All right. Then on the way to Whiterun, I stopped by the meadery to pick up all of these meads that are in the thing. You know, I'm picking up everything on the way, everything I see basically. And then I go to these farms to get all the wheat, and then I go to this farm. I go to all these farms and just take everything. Everything is mine. Now, of course, if you weren't going to turn these into alchemies, okay, so then I decide, I'm going to get some more. I'm going to try my hand at some more salmon fishing. I catch one right off the bat, and then I fall. And I get stuck on this rock, and then all of a sudden I hear like a wolf, and then Feindal's getting attacked, and so I'm like, oh, I'm like trying to punch it. Conjuration 20. All right, so yeah, we're getting out our fireball. All right. Well, it's actually just flame spell, and I'm hitting everybody with it. Another wolf pelt. And then we get to the giant. I wasn't able to get there in time. I wasn't even paying attention, so I made them mad. I used the persuade because you can level your speech up like that. like so. Alright. And then immediately after that speech up, I run to Bellathor's, go to the thing here and get that speech up. Because, I'm going to be selling stuff. So I want to get my speech up. So then I decide to go to Dragon's Reach and talk to ye old Jarl Balgariff and let him know about Helgen, even though everybody's already talking about Helgen, and it's a known thing that a dragon has attacked and everything, but somehow, okay, he gives me steel armor. I don't use steel armor, but guess who gets steel armor? All right, so now we go to my man, and with all the money that we've been collecting, we buy the summon flame Atronach. We disenchant this garbage. Not our hooded robes just yet. We're still going to keep those Thalmor robes for now. We get enchanting up to 21. Now then that was a level up, so I go to the Bannered Mare, grab a room, take a rest, and up my magicka once again. I think about what I'm going to do, and I decide to go with the Apprentice Conjuration. That way I can cast my Flame Atronach for less. And I go ahead and oh yeah, I forgot. I need to learn that spell. So I learned the Flame Atronach spell. Now, I'm picking up everything, guys, as I'm going around. There's just nothing that will be here, at the end of this. I go into Arcadis for the first time and go back to the alchemy lab and start cooking up some more of these potions. These guys from the easily available ingredients. That's the main thing. I mean, you can obviously make way heavier potions than that, but this is all stuff that you find at the beginning, no stress. There's frost mirium everywhere, there's purple flowers everywhere, there's wheat everywhere. So boom 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 boom, those little 300s add up quick. As you can see, my alchemy is already getting up to 24, 25, it looks like. And so I just do some more experimental work here. It's not really an experiment, although I will say that every time that I play this game, the alchemy part of it, it's always intriguing. Because I remember stuff. So this is one that this is the one that I was going for with the salmon roe. Was the chicken, egg, and salmon roe. You can make 1,126. That's a lot. So yeah, I used but at that point, Arcadia was like, you need to leave. So I go back to the inn. It's a little early still for bedtime, so I decide to sit and listen to some Ragnar the Red. I have a little a little din. What I end up eating here? Venison stew, I believe. Huh? No, I didn't eat the stew. What? Why did I put this in here? I'm trying to get well fed. I don't think it does anything for you, except it makes it so you don't have to think about eating for a while. I eat some apples. I have a mead. I see the boiled treat on the table there and decide, hey, I'd like one of those boiled treats. But I don't want to steal from the plate there. And so I get up and I just happen to go to my room, and there's the red guard lady there, and so I end up buying salt and a boiled treat off of her. Oh, did I get an apple pie too? No, I just got a boiled cream treat. Yeah, delicious, and I eat it right there. No shame. There goes my keto diet. All right, well, that's enough revelry. I think I'll go to bed now. And so the third day ends and we sleep. We wake up well rested, a little hungry. So we have some more. I have a cooked brook bass for breakfast. And then outside of Arcadia's, we find the one of the waifs here. So I give a gold coin to get some more speechcraft. I look around Arcadia. I can hear her talking, but she's not behind the counter. So I decide to go brew some more brews. Now, obviously, I still have the water breathing potions in my back pocket here because she kicked me out before I could sell it to her. But I got plans for those. And I probably should have cut more of this alchemy stuff, but I wanted to get some of these. I wanted the folks at home to see some of these recipes that I was throwing out there, and I'm not talking fast enough to actually go over them as I'm doing them, but yeah. Wow, why did I keep this in? What am I doing? I feel like I should have cut this part. Butterfly wing, blue mountain flower, and wheat. I've already shown this one. I don't know why I kept this one in. I guess it was to show that I got another level up. I go in, I read the alchemy book here, and then I go over here and I train with her to get my alchemy up to 30. And then I sell the rest of the potions to get my money back, basically. And then I go back to bed to do another level up. I'm going Magica this whole thing. Now this I thought about what I was going to do, and I decided to go ahead and do steel smithing. And you'll see why shortly. Because I go over to this forge, I smelt, I make leather, and then I make Faendal a steel helmet and steel Nordic gauntlets, I believe. So, yeah, a steel horned helmet. And I debate as to whether, I mean, it's the same armor value, but I think I decided that the gauntlets were warmer, and so I decided I want Faendal to be warm, even though warmth means nothing to him. Alright. So, yeah. And, congratulations. You get some more. You get steel now, rather than iron. So now I would say that Faendal, as far as his kit is concerned, is on the same level. Oh, and that was so I chopped some wood so that I could give the wood to this lady right here, and you'll find out why. Because now before this, everything you take in the thing was stealing. Now, because you're an employee of the Bannered Mare, it ain't stealing no more. So I can go and take everything basically in this joint, which I do. I cook some food on their cooking spit here, with all of the lovely things that I found inside, all of the leeks and the tomatoes and all of the salt piles, and I mean there's just a ton of stuff. I even took the honey treats and the sweet rolls. I go in here, there's gold, there's fine clothes. Now this is marked red. I'm taking it anyway, and I'm hoping that it doesn't cause any problems. No problems caused. I go outside. I look, and I see they don't have the stolen tag. They don't have the stolen tag. These are going to Bellafleur. Actually, I keep one of them to wear around. Next place I go is Jarl Balgriff's kitchen, and I just start taking everything in here. Everything. And then I use the cooking. So, essentially, with Faendal's house, Alvor's house, the Bannered Mare, and Balgroff's kitchen, I probably got enough food to last me for the whole run. Next thing I do is I go buy Soul Trap. And then I go to the Hall of the Dead to get Anders' thing. Mainly because I want to test out my new Atronach, and I want to test out my Soul Trap spell because I have one petty soul gem in my inventory. I figured these are the guys that are going to give me the soul that I need. Although what I'm going to do with that soul gem, I have no idea at this point. My initial thing was to try to get some enchanting cooking. So I took one hit, and you can see my life is almost over. So I run, I get the dude aggroed on those dudes, and I heal. The reason I got hit was because I had to run and touch him with the Soul Trap spell, which is like hella annoying. The thing that I usually like to do is play with a bow, put Soul Trap on the bow, and then shoot people from afar and take their souls. All right, so then after I turn that in, I decide, well, it's time to go to Solitude. Now, I have no idea what I was thinking, because initially I was going to go to Riften. I think I just accidentally pushed Solitude, but when I got here, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to do some Solitude stuff now. And then thinking about it, I was like, well, Solitude has a lot of nightshade. So probably what I'm going to do is go and pick up as much nightshade as I can, finish out, have 20 nightshade in my inventory when I talk to the chick in Riften, and then get the money immediately. So that's it for this run so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.